Whoa!
Cat.
I think I expected you to be further this way.
But then I blocked
That looks right. That looks like you're in sort of the right place. Oh my god, we just started! Oh, what is the matter with you? We just started!
I'm sorry.
What started? Hi, everybody. Julia's here. She's sneezing.
I'm sneezing.
Even though we just started and we talked
sneasel.
about this, I feel like I'm gonna have to move the camera a little bit. It's not quite at the right angle. You know how I get. These things are of great importance to me. No one else. I'm the only one who cares about quality in this house.
What do you have to say about it?
Miss Olive, do you care about quality in this house? If you care about quality in this house, remain silent. Very solemn. She closed her eyes. That's how much she cares.
Little bling.
That's how much she cares. It's been proven. Olive cares about quality as much as I do. I'm seeing my mistake said, Jacob, I need you to know I've become addicted to the dome.
The dome.
The dome must be kept, and you understand this. You understand that it must be kept. And for that, I thank you, because if you don't keep the dome, then who will? Crispy Martyr's still making your way through the VODs for this game, so you'll be leaving.
That's fair.
That's totally fair.
Yeah.
I hope you get through the VODs, and then you'll watch this one eventually someday, and you'll be reminded of when we called you out positively. Called you out affectionate.
Brody Bug says, this is my first SSS stream. I'm from Long Island. Yes.
Long Guy Land?
Yes.
The land where all the long guys are from?
And me.
And Julia. She was surrounded by long guys.
So long.
So long, these guys, they stretch all the way up to the clouds and all the way down to the center of the earth, these guys.
From Belrose to Montauk.
They lay down, they stretch all the way.
It's so long.
From the North Shore to the South Shore, these guys stretch.
I feel like there's a sense of camaraderie. Kermit-roddery. When someone says they're from Long Island, because I'm like, you're traumatized, I'm traumatized.
In the same way.
Traumatized together. It's fun.
Yeah,
I like Long Island.
Everyone on Long Island gets traumatized because it's so long.
I know.
And it freaks them out. And well, they get used to it. And then when they go anywhere else, they're like, what the hell?
Well,
it's not long here. It's like wide and long.
Yeah. Well, like the culture shock is like you see all these long guys.
Yeah.
And then you leave the area, the guy is not so long.
Yeah, you see a bunch of short kings.
And I'm like,
and you lose your mind.
Where are all the long guys at? I thought all guys were long.
Guys?
But I guess that's why they call Long Island.
Long Island. It's getting worse.
Yeah.
Why don't I read some subs?
Yeah, why don't you?
I feel like I need to move the camera slightly back the other way. Can you do that? Can you move it slightly back the other way?
That way?
Yeah. Rotate it ever so slightly. It's on there pretty tight, so if you could just... Yeah. Yeah. You got it. You understand what we're going for here. Time to read some subs. Time to read... God damn it. The fucking mouse, I swear to God.
You were scrolling too aggressively.
We got subs from... I saw one from Pats for Patrick, and then it disappeared. So anyone before Pats for Patrick is gone now.
Sorry.
Eaten up. But we got subs from Tricky Toe Beans. Oh, they're gone now too. I gotta go fast.
Go.
So, Sneaking Owlbear, Saucy Little Guy, Nerdy Pop Rock, Samantha Toggs, Otis Mopperandi, Sax Rindell. Welcome back, Sax Rindell. I haven't seen you in a bit.
Hello.
Alien Boy Creations, The One Hypnotic, Thought Writes. I thought you said Castle Jacket. Wasn't that? That's from us. We said that.
Did we say that?
I thought you said Castle Jacket. Yeah. Big ol' Bahanagahoogs. Goosey HX5, Hosman83, Giraffity Giraffe, Miss Mercy, Anemone, Johnny Guitar, PLP12, Destructive Twiggles, Detective Twiggles, actually, Roomful of Lesbian Vampires, Unidentified Flying Skylar, Slorts, Discount Chicken Nugget, Cyclocentric, Pastor Ass Blaster. Hey Sven, are you watching this?
Are you?
Well, are you? Ezra Ordinary, Librarian 2, The Appendix, Peter Pan, Willow Flower, Shadow Man 1188, Toxic Bucket, Diffie Q, or Diffie Q, Warlock Vibes, Izzy Busy, Lazy Bumblebee, Cepheus, Lee Blissey, Impeccable Vibes Only, Rohanology, Abby 2489, Vincent Q Rice, Rando 79, Froyo Fosho, bro. Who's that?
It's me,
Zaliv.
Come here.
Most Least, Soul Sunder, Pangodillo, Dr. Dingus, Big ol' Bonk Honganongadoogadoogs, as well, again, gifting subs. Figurative Critter, Ides of Starch, Imunia, My Mom is Brian May, DJ XX Pro, Oh No Marno, Wow That's Wicked, Elpes33, Mike Eagledick, Fimby of the Veil, not Fimboy of the Veil, not Fimbi of the Veil, Fimby of the Veil. Reginald Upmove, Spartan Cork, Just the Lamp, Mora 40, Night 6, Jackson Juniper, Sunrise gave out 5 gifted subs. Thank you so much. Crazed Red gave out a sub. With Syrup, Rachel Kuhn Art, Jazz Array, The Chocoboologist, Sign of Insanity, Mint Berry Jam, Fear How It Heals, Vampire Bites, Pastor Ass Blaster, Action Bear Snack Jackson, Sailor Scout Jupiter gave out 10 subs. Thank you very much. Woozy Fetus, Made of Pure Destruction, Sexy Mexican 4536, Transmutation, Morning Possum gave out 5 gifted subs. My Mistake, Dare You to Groove, Squart Cats, Do Vega, Oh No Mario, no, not Mario, Oh No Marno. It's not Mario, Jacob. It's never going to be Mario. Gave out 5 gifted subs. Flash of Memory, Chemicult gave out 2 subs. Nameless Blade, Shiblings, Inspector Sassy Pants, Mr. Joe Bato, Levin Bomb, Kai Past Go, Blargama Zombie, Nth Life, Miss Kitty Cat Gamer, Jeg Sarvis, Mr. Loggins, Dumbass Gremlin, Stellar Sorcerer, Grondag the Barbarian. Sign of Insanity gave out 5 subs. Rohanology gave out 5 subs. Chris Cabs, Rugfern, Hip Hop Nerdgasm. That's it.
Wow.
Oh!
Someone asked what my necklace was. It was a Christmas present from my mom. It's a antique coin, French coin. Wait, it automatically...
But only if it can't see our faces. Did it do it? Did it do it?
No.
It's not doing it. I don't think it's big enough.
I'll take a picture of it and tweet it.
It's not big enough. It's too small.
Yeah. So what happened last time, Jacob?
Last time in Beacon Pines, we got freaking iced. That was one of the major things that happened.
Oh, we did!
We went to the treehouse to try and solve the mystery, and everything got completely iced over, and everyone died.
Yeah.
Then we went back in time. We found out that Grandma is one of the people wearing the big hazmat suit.
Yeah.
Doing mysterious things around the village. And so we're trying to get to the bottom of what Grandma's up to. And in order to do so, we did knock out and torture the Ned Flanders Squirrel Man. But this time we're trying to get to the bottom of Grandma's hijinks. And we also went to the library, found out that Grandma, like no one by that name even exists or whatever.
Because she died.
Because she died years and years ago. So Grandma's not even Grandma.
Juniper dead.
Yeah.
All of our family dead.
So Grandma might be not who she says.
Grandma, my theory, Mom.
Grandma actually Mama. Mama.
Meme. Why can't I get this on anymore?
I don't know. You should be asking yourself that question.
Self. Why ain't this working?
In your defense, it's really hard to put on necklaces.
Got it.
Never mind, it's not that hard, I guess.
I just have to reset. All right.
You ready to get to it?
Yeah.
We also got the new red ear pads. We replaced Julia's ear pads today.
They're kind of like a blood orange. Ooh, they're nice and soft.
Yeah, right? A little more comfy.
Ooh.
These are going to be orange once they wear out and I replace them.
Yeah.
I got some fun color ones. Okay, shall we?
Yeah.
And remember to use the controller for this. It's down here.
Right, in the olive zone. Hey, Olive.
What you doing, Olive?
Yeah, this game is spooky. So reminder to look it up on Does the Dog Die? Check out Mr. Tolliver in the basement.
Not check out. Check on.
Check out Mr. Tolliver in the basement.
Oh, that's right. We came back. Grandma's asleep, and we had left Mr. Tolliver
tied up
in the basement.
Mr. Tolliver gone.
Him gone.
Is Mr. Tolliver our grandmother?
Oh, no.
Mr. Tolliver was nowhere to be seen.
Oh, no. Olive, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
I feel like you're going to destroy my entire streaming setup.
Yes, she will. She's here.
Maybe he woke up, escaped from his bindings, and left without a trace.
Or maybe Gran knew everything.
What do I do?
Luca's hungry stomach groaned. Not realizing it, he'd gone the entire day without eating.
Luca, you gotta take care of yourself first, bud. Okay, I can figure this out. I just need a little brain food.
Bananas.
Luca rushed over to the pile of jam jars, unscrewed one, and shoveled a handful into his mouth.
A handful of jam is what you're gonna eat?
Didn't we discover they're like explosive or whatever?
Some of the jams is not jams.
Good golly.
I'm afraid your jam delivery will be delayed.
I liked his like tasting noise.
Doing a little jam
He
tasting.
flipped the lid to read the label.
Mr. Nuncreed. Okay, now I can think.
What? That was fast.
Now I'm all jammed up. So if Gran knows we tied up Mr. Tolliver, I'm screwed.
You didn't eat all the oatmeal that's in the hallway?
That didn't happen in this timeline, Julia. The oatmeal doesn't exist in this one. If she doesn't know, then I need to play it cool. I guess the only option is to go to bed and act as if nothing's wrong. Gran will think Mr. Tolliver finished what he was sent to do and left when he was done.
Here's my comment about Luca's design.
Okay.
His little ear tufts look like when those like double-coated dogs start to shed. And you gotta pull off like the big tufts.
Oh, yeah.
And every time I see it, I just want to like pull it. As someone who has had a border collie, I just keep wanting to like pull that out.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
I hope you don't get canceled for this.
God, I hope not.
Oh, shit.
She's on the loose.
Gran? Okay, stick to the plan. Go to bed and play it cool.
The bedroom you share with Gran? Yeah.
You don't share the bedroom with Gran.
As
Isn't that
Luca
her bed
climbed
in
the
there?
final
No.
stair, the emotion of the day dragged heavily on him. With each consecutive step, his legs weakened. His stride began to falter.
Oh, no.
The jam.
The
It was laced.
jam. The jam
He
was
tried to grab
laced.
for the railing to steady himself. Something was wrong.
She's been drugging Mr. Nuncreed.
Everyone in chat is saying it is Gran's bed. How come Gran's never in there then?
I don't know. She's always sleeping on the couch.
So I don't think she ever comes to the bed.
We talked about how we weren't letting her get into her own damn bedroom last time when he was depressed for several days or whatever.
Yeah. Just a few more steps.
Groaned and tried to move. His limbs might as well have been bolted to the ground. Through numb lips, he mumbled just before falling asleep.
I love this universe where Gran is drugging Mr. Nuncreed.
Yeah.
That's why he speaks so slow.
She was tired of his shit. The germ? The germ?
Sweet boy. What did you get yourself into? Is she dragging him? Rest now and let me handle everything. Grant, like,
face down.
plopped us onto the bed,
Chapter 9.
flipped us on.
A speech to end all speeches.
Oh, thank God. I was really tired of speeches. I'm glad they're canceled.
Yeah.
Luca awoke to find himself face down in bed.
I just want to say, I'd be pissed if I had to share the bedroom with my grandma
Yeah.
and I was like 10 years old or whatever.
Yeah, I think he says that in like the first chapter where he's like, this sucks.
Especially since they have another room.
Yeah. Well, there's like the parents' room and then a room we don't know. But, oh, that's like the closet or whatever.
The parents' bedroom is available for sleeping in.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing the room with my damn grandma.
Especially if grandma's mom.
And at 12 years old, he's 12. At 12 years old, you're going through a lot of changes.
Yeah.
It's 12 years old, you need personal space.
Yeah.
You need that personal zone when you're 12.
Yeah.
You can't be in there with your grandma.
That is rough.
This is my take. Anyway.
He moaned into his pillow. Why would Gran drug him?
Well, Gran didn't. You drugged yourself.
You drugged yourself, son. You done goofed yourself.
Or rather, why was she trying to drug Mr. Nuncreed?
There we go.
Shaking the questions from his woozy head, Luca snapped back to the matter at hand.
Russia.
The festival.
Have priorities.
Snap back to reality. Yep, go ahead. Get your slams out.
Actually, my thumb really hurts today, so I can't do that as much.
So that's the closet, and that's the parent room.
Grant. Where is Grant? That door is still open.
I just want to say to the people in chat who are either still sharing a room with a various family member or grew up sharing a room with a family member, some of you are saying that it sucked or you hate it, and I feel you on that. Some of you are saying it was actually fine, and I'm really glad. I'm really glad that was the case. No judgment is what I'm saying. The gang is here.
Where have you been?
Gran put something in the jam.
Yeah.
I was fucked up pretty bad.
That was real loopy. Yeah, we know. Secret messages for secret conspirators.
Not this one. The one intended for Mr. Nuncreed put me to sleep.
Whoa ho ho! Sly devil.
Sly.
Is he farting?
No, he's doing a little tippy toe. Maybe a little sly fart too along the way. Why not? I think she's trying to remove him from the equation. He might be in danger. Have you found anything?
We looked around, but we haven't seen anything odd. Your Grant is nowhere to be found. But Mr. Nuncreed is just loafing around waiting for the speech.
What speech?
Mayor Gus just got up to the podium. Everyone is gathering at the stage. Let's get moving, so we can get fucking blasted by ice again.
We're all gonna watch the King's speech. The town's favorite
Valentine
movie.
nervously wiped his brow.
Ahem. Is this thing? Hello, Beacon Pines. I'm Augustus Valentine, your mayor, and I suppose you already know that. Oh yes, before we get started, I just wanted to take a moment to recognize someone who couldn't be here today. This town wouldn't be where it is today without my father, Sharper Valentine.
Imagine being in a town where one person doesn't show up and they're like, listen, there's no gossip around it. They're just not here.
Well, he couldn't be here today because he's dead.
Well, I know, but like, you know, the beginning of that sounded like.
Yeah, I gotcha. So I thought we could begin with a round of applause befitting such a great man.
Even that's more than the old codger deserved.
Gus cleared his throat and awkwardly loosened his tie.
I'll fucking kill you. Say that again.
Into the goo you go.
I'll goop your ass so fast. Right. Where was I?
William Kerr bounded on the stage with the energy of a preacher at a big tent revival.
Gus Valentine, everyone.
He gave Gus a hearty slap on the back and motioned him off the stage.
Let's hear it for our mayor. What a great turnout. Oh, heck, I didn't prepare anything. But I suppose I could say a few words. Would be a shame to waste such a beautiful podium.
Mr. Kerr pulled a thick stack of note cards out from his vest.
Community, conviction, commitment. These are the things we celebrate at Perennial Harvest.
Someone was saying that they love your face when you're doing this voice.
It's because I have to make the face to remember what voice I'm doing.
Yeah, it's really important, I found, to make the face to do a voice.
This is how I do Draw Detectives as well. For us, these are the pillars of the bridge to a better tomorrow. But I think it's time to add a new pillar. Change.
Because we could all use a little change. Wow!
Because we could all use a little change. Change is a powerful thing. It's inexorable, unavoidable, and undeniable. And I am daggone thankful for it. Change is the reason we're all together today.
Who's whistling outside?
You got it, person outside. It's hard for me to believe that it was only 4 years ago when fate brought me here. A simple business trip which brought me to a small town which would change my life forever.
Mr. Kerr took a moment to survey the crowd.
You know what?
He wiped away a single tear.
From the second I set foot in Beacon Pines, something about this place has held me captive. You see, change represents opportunity. It represents potential. It was change that helped me recognize the potential of this place. To see that the people of this town, despite suffering great loss, still held on to the things that made them special.
He thumped the podium to emphasize each word.
The speech sucks.
Community, change,
That's not what
community,
it says.
conviction, commitment. Change is going to be one of them, because I said that's going to be a pillar I'm adding. Change.
Mr. Kerr nodded confidently, biting his lip.
I knew it all along. I was going to say change.
But it's gotta come last.
But it's so important to come second and also third and then also last.
The crowd was silent, in rapt attention.
Fate made a perfect match that day. Nothing is more important to you all than community. The perennial harvest is a community first and foremost.
Mr. Kerr methodically made eye contact.
Please shut the
each
fuck
section
up.
Of the crowd.
The only way you made it through the fell harvest was an unshakable conviction. A conviction that a better tomorrow was just over the horizon. Perennial Harvest was founded on the conviction that we are the horizon.
Bring me the horizon.
I love the game Horizon Zero Dawn. This festival is a symbol of our commitment to each other.
His voice began to build to a crescendo.
Crescendo's like it's really loud.
Crescendo's when it gets louder.
We now walk hand in hand into a future we will shape together. Oh! And that is what change is all about. Am I still crescendoing?
Keep crescendoing. You can't stop now.
Grabbing the future by the scruff of the neck.
It doesn't have to get higher pitched.
Change is our choice! I am tickled pink that we will all be making that choice together.
Don't talk about tickled pink. There's kids in the audience.
How good is that? Just imagine what we can accomplish.
Oh, no.
Holy shit, the mechs are attacking.
What was that?
The crowd began to look around nervously.
Don't worry, Little Thunder isn't going to ruin this day. Everyone remain calm.
Mr. Kerr quickly flicked through his note cards.
Where was I? Through all of my travels, I have learned one true thing. One always reaps what they sow. We have all planted a lot of good in this town. And so it is with a happy heart I can
He
proclaim.
raised his hands up to the heavens.
I was already
No.
doing that. Our harvest awaits!
Ah!
We all got fucking iced again!
Damn. Iced.
It all ends with getting
A
iced!
merciless wall of impossibly cold air ripped through the crowd, instantly freezing everyone and everything it touched. For a man like William Kerr, this was a fitting way for things to end. On a stage, with an entire town frozen in rapt attention for the rest of time.
Wow.
The rest of time.
Shit. No one... Imagine being an explorer who, like, happens upon this town, being like, God damn, I need to, like, fuel up. Oh, there's a town right here.
What the hell? How long has it been like
Ice
this?
Again. Whenever I think we're getting close, it comes along and ruins everything. Maybe we should just quit? Maybe you should just close the book, walk away, and never think of me again.
Whoa,
who's
yeah.
you?
Why is this about you all of a sudden?
I don't mean that. We got a little closer this time. We just need to try again.
I feel like I'm not comfortable with you making this all about you all of a sudden.
We're on page 76. Soldier 76.
Please.
Okay, so we got some other things we can do in that one.
Yeah.
And I think there's another one or two where we can tickle there and we can flight there.
Should we tickle there?
Let's tickle there. Okay, this is when we knocked Izzy into the goop.
Yeah.
Iggy.
Iggy.
We gooped Iggy into the goop last time, but now we're gonna tickle.
Yeah, now we're gonna tickle him.
Time to bust out the tickles.
Bullies love getting tickled.
Well, time to bust out the tickles.
Hey, Tish, you want to see something cool?
Yup.
Check it.
Beck lunged forward and began to tickle under Tish's arms.
Maybe she's not ticklish. What the? Tish, is she tickling you?
Yup. Yup. Hurry up.
Tears began to form in Tish's eyes as she gasped for breath between gales of laughter.
Trying not to get a noise complaint from our neighbors. But I don't know if they exist, really.
No. Well, no one's below us.
That's true.
And there's a hallway out there. We're shouting towards an empty hallway.
Oh, you're right.
The neighbors are the other way.
And I'm assuming there's a hallway there, too.
Probably so, yeah. So truly we can shout as much as we like.
That's nice. Okay.
Yup.
Beck redoubled her efforts until Tish finally had had enough.
Yup.
What just happened? She seems nice. Sorry, I forgot that was also me. Sorry for the interruption. I think you were just threatening us?
Iggy's eyes darted around, a realization dawning on his face that he was now outnumbered.
I just remembered. I have somewhere to be. See you around, new kid.
Iggy kicked at the puddle before making his escape.
Now my foot's old.
Oh, gooped it on Beck.
Beck!
You piece of shit.
You piece
I'll
of
kill
garbage!
you. You're fucking dead. Get back here.
You're dead, Iggy!
You're freaking dead next time I see you.
We're reloading and pushing you again! What a creep.
Beck, I think you got a little ooze in your hair?
Beck shook the ooze out of her hair as best as she could.
Is it bad?
Actually,
Actually, kind of cool.
it's kind of cool. It depends. What are your feelings about having a more mature, refined look?
Oh, God.
It's pretty sick,
Chapter
though.
4.
There's no way my gay moms will allow me to have dyed hair.
They're gonna love it.
No, gay people hate when anyone has colored hair. No one in the gay community has ever had colored hair, Jacob.
That's true. I'm sorry. I forgot how conservative the gay community
God.
is with appearance.
What the hell? You know nothing about the gay community.
The best policy. Luca paused for a moment, catching his breath. He'd only just met Beck, and somehow he already managed to drag her into this mess. Hopefully he could make it up to her. But finding Rollo was his primary concern.
Yeah, this is the Rollo Gone timeline.
I see, yeah. Hello?
The locate Rollo timeline.
Whoa.
Oh my god.
Luca, what the hell are you doing out here? And why did a kid with gray hair just run past us in a panic?
Roxy and Fitz looked drained. It was clear they'd spent all day searching.
That's Beck.
I don't care who she is. What happened?
We were just helping look for Rollo.
Luca, I need you to start telling me the truth.
Roxy's temper could often be dismissed as the impatience of an older sibling. But this was the most intense Luca had ever seen her. Her eyes were wild and unfocused, looking straight through Luca.
We're running out of time.
In a torrent of rambled words and tears, Luca broke down.
Rollo and I weren't just playing in Weepwood yesterday. Skip it up, boop, bop, diddle,
I was about to say, you're the scat man, but crying.
Skip it about it.
It's a bad day.
We were investigating lights at the old Valentine warehouse, but someone was there in a strange suit, and we hid in the dumpster and had a heavy bag dropped on us. And I think it was a body. Skip it a boop. And so we ran, but we got split up. And I ran home. And it's all my fault. And now my best friend may never come back.
Wow. Just, wow.
Roxy, still exhausted
Wow.
and angry, softened briefly as her eyes hunted the ground in thought. With a determined sigh, she looked up at Luca.
It's not your fault, Luca. Rollo's gonna be okay, I promise.
Roxy drew herself up.
I'm gonna fix this. Luca, go home.
But I want to help.
This is too dangerous for a kid.
I can't just sit around. I have to do something.
Roxy tried to think of the safest place to send Luca.
You go back to that little treehouse you two like to play in. Wait there in case Rollo shows up. Sound like a plan?
Luca wiped his cheeks and gave a quick nod.
You did the right thing by telling me the truth. Now scoot.
That was like perfect.
It was. You really believe his story? What other option do we have? Things have been strange around here leading up to the festival. My dad has been acting weird lately. I keep laughing. Well, weirder than normal.
Looking into the puddle, Roxy rubbed her arms to warm up.
Why is it so cold here? This place gives me the willies. I'm gonna pee in this puddle.
Wait at the treehouse in case Rollo shows up. Yeah! Nice one.
I did it.
You gotta do a boundary break, clip through the sign.
Hello, I'd like to speak to you. Hello? Hello?
Too focused
Hello?
on bugs.
Hello? I want to see if Beck's around here. And then I'll go to the treehouse.
Mr. Nuncreed jumped with a start.
Oh!
Sorry, I haven't had my sleepy time jam.
Whoa! Whoa, don't sneak up on an old fella like that. Sorry. Who are you talking to? What?
Luca motioned to the phone booth.
Oh no. I was just checking because I thought I heard it ring. But the dang thing never does, of course. Yeah, I've never seen anyone use it, really. The whole thing's a waste of money, if you ask me.
Having a payphone?
Any word from Rolo yet? Not yet. Long time for a boy to lose his way. Rolo knows these woods too well to get lost. I suppose you're right. What the hell's the music doing? Are we in danger? What's happening? Silly boy's antics have this whole town worried sick. Antics? We all know Rolo likes to play his little pranks. You think this is a prank? What other possible explanation could there be?
This is a small town. There's never any crime in small
Nothing bad
towns.
happens here. He's not playing a prank and he didn't get lost. Someone took him. I know it. How would you know that? Unless... Luca, is there something else that you know?
Is Mr. Nuncreed one of the bad men?
I don't know.
See the guy in the
Not-
suit?
not that
Did
we
he
know.
take Rolo? Is that why Gran's been drugging him with jam?
I don't know. We gotta find out.
With NyQuil jam?
Mr. Nuncreed gently placed one of his substantial hands on Luca's shoulder.
Dang it, boy, if there's something you know, something that could help your friend, you need to tell folks.
I don't like you,
Luca
Mr.
peered up at Mr.
Nuncreed.
Nuncreed. Kind eyes warmed a stern face.
Please have some of this jam.
There was a deeper emotion hiding beneath it all. It was subtle, but Luca could sense something eating away at him.
There was a blank. There was a shame.
There was a shame lurking behind
We
those
could
eyes.
all use a little shame.
Well.
A deep sadness. If Mr. Nuncreed was that worried about Rolo, maybe he could help.
I don't think that's what the shame means.
I don't think that's what the shame means, boy.
Yesterday, Rolo and I were messing around at the old Valentine warehouse.
Oh my god. I guess he is 12. He hasn't honed his stranger danger yet.
Mr. Nuncreed raised an eyebrow.
Both of you? You were with Rolo when he went missing?
Someone said we could all use a little shame as the Catholic theme song. Truly. Group Irish Catholic. You know what that's like?
You could use a lot of shame.
A lot of shame. Shame for everything.
Mostly shame.
It's like the fucking vitch. The devil is
vitch.
everywhere, and you deserve to go to hell.
Not exactly. I was hiding in the dumpster. The dumpster? What were you doing in there? At first, we were just looking around. Then someone in a strange yellow suit came and dumped something on us. We both got scared and ran. That was the last I saw of him. You got scared by some garbage? Well, that's why you don't go skulking in someone's dumpster. But it wasn't garbage. I think.
Oh my god, Luca.
I think it was a body. I'm sure it was just some trash. No, there was a name tag. It said Deep Engineering.
Mr. Nuncreed's shoulders slumped.
That face is very good.
Yeah.
Well, it's a shame I'm gonna have to kill you.
Quick.
A snip.
I wish you wouldn't have said that.
A deep sigh bellowed from his chest.
Why did you have to? I tried, Luca. God knows I tried to keep you safe.
Luca attempted to take a step back, but Nuncreed's hand clamped down on his shoulder.
Give him the horns!
But you Van Horns just can't help yourselves, can you?
Oh my god, Nuncreed's face.
We were all so close to being done with this.
With a firm shove, Nuncreed manhandled Luca into the phone booth.
What the hell?
What are you doing? It's out of my hands now.
The door latched shut with a mechanical hiss.
Shit.
As Luca pounded the glass, the floor dropped from under his feet.
A trap door.
The inside of the phone booth was now a loose capsule, plummeting at gravity's whim. Luca winced and pressed his hands to the walls. As he braced for impact, the capsule hurried to a surprisingly smooth stop. He felt a cold rush of air and opened his eyes with hesitance. 2 large figures in hazmat suits occluded his view. Luca heard the deep, resigned voice of Mr. Nuncreed over an intercom. He knows too much. The end.
Shit. So Mr. Nuncreed's definitely one of them, maybe even the leader of them.
Shit.
Wait. No.
That's rough. That's why Grand's drugging Nuncreed.
Yeah, I gotta
This
drug
isn't
him.
the end. I know there's still much more. Somehow this went wrong. Okay, let's try something else.
That image is very good.
Okay, so now we can do flight over here.
Yeah.
This is when all of the clipboards were assaulting the treehouse.
Yeah.
Should we do that one first, the flight one?
Yeah.
Luca drew himself up and decided to take the only option they had left. Flight. He squinted down the barrel of the mission control defense cannon, aiming it through an opening in the dense tree branches.
Nice.
He looked up with surprise as it struck true and taut.
Someone said our dad was taking stuff for Nuncreed to test before he died. I think Nuncreed made our dad dead. Yeah, maybe.
Nuncreed made our dad dead.
Is a very good sentence. Bless you.
Oh, it's my turn now.
Because I didn't vacuum today. I'm sorry.
This is your fault. You did this. Wow, I can't believe that worked. Hey, Mr. Care. We'd love to hear your thoughts, but I'm afraid we have places to be. Come on, Iggy.
See ya, jerks.
Scream!
We're going to that tree 5 feet over. Fine. We know where that leads them. This way. We'll take the tunnels.
The tunnels.
Luca and Iggy winced as they sprinted through the thicket. The branches clawed at them, reluctant to give passage. After what felt like a marathon, Luca stopped in his tracks as they reached the clearing. What the? That was all he was able to say before Iggy slammed into his back. The boys tumbled down a steep decline and crashed with a wheezing thud on a surface as hard as ice. In fact, it was ice.
What the heck?
Chapter 5. Signs.
The movie?
M. Night
They
Shyamalan?
stood silently, catching their breath. The sky was like sapphire. With each breath, a plume of steam escaped from Luca's lungs. Let's keep moving. Luca pulled Iggy to his feet as they gazed across a snowy terrain.
At least Iggy's wearing a fuzzy furry hood.
Yeah,
Furry hood.
Iggy's was ready for this.
What happened to both of us?
I sneezed. I sneezed once.
That was actually pretty badass. Oh, I think it was kind of New Yorky.
I think we lost him.
Are we up in the mountains?
I don't think so. If anything, we went downhill.
And what's up with the Winter Wonderland?
All I know is there's no going back the way we came. Let's see if we can get our bearings. Follow me. So it's already ice aging over here.
A disc of smooth metal was lightly covered in snow. 2 faint seams were visible along the surface.
Manhole cover?
If it is, I've never seen one like it. What's the readout?
I thought this said shitting. Shitting just above 258 Kelvin.
That's a bit down from last time. Should we report this to Mr. Care?
Meh. Still within safe ranges. It may be spreading, but it's under control for now.
Even a small nudge in the equilibrium could cause a cascade.
Isn't this the town side?
It is.
Dude, relax. I'm being soothed from Gravity Falls.
There's a couple of Seuses.
Just a couple of sooses. Just a few more sites to hit before we can punch out. Let's get this over with.
Dude.
Dude.
Come on, dude.
What's all this?
Hard to say with all this snow.
I think it's a town sign. I can almost make out letters under there.
What town could this even be? There couldn't be another town this deep into Weepwood.
I'm looking at evidence to the contrary. Let's figure out what we're dealing with here. Step 1, snow's gotta go.
I'll see what I can do.
I'm gonna throw you into the sign.
Whoa!
The boys stared in disbelief.
Oh my God,
at
we're
the
in
sign
Bacon
that now
Pines.
clearly read. Well,
This doesn't make any sense.
You interrupted her.
Oh, I'm sorry.
We're in Beacon Pines?
How's that possible? We ran away from town. How did we get back here?
I guess we got turned around.
There are multiple of the town? Where did all this snow come from?
Well, it's been colder than normal lately.
Pretty big difference between sweater weather and the Arctic hellscape.
The puddle we fought at before. It was cold too. Maybe all of it leads to one source.
You think it's related? What the hell is going on?
We're gonna get you some answers. Let's keep moving.
Whoa. Luca! Luca, you there?
Luca had almost forgotten the walkie-talkie he was carrying.
It's that bozo Care. Oh.
Not Rolo, I guess.
I hope nothing bad has happened to you out in those woods.
Luca looked at Iggy with hesitation.
No need to be rude.
With a resigned sigh, Luca responded.
Seems like the only dangerous thing in the woods is you.
He speaks! The young man of the hour. Now, how in tarnation did you end up with one of our radios?
Just lucky, I guess.
Boy, howdy, you Van Horns are full of surprises, aren't you?
You knew my parents?
I never had the honor of meeting your father, but your mom sure was a handful.
Luca winced, shoving the walkie-talkie back into his pocket.
We gotta keep moving.
The fencing glistened, each chain link encapsulated with a translucent layer of ice.
Looks like the stuff they put up around Weepwood.
The stuff who put up?
I don't know.
Does stuff look familiar to you?
It looks like the barrel near the puddle
Shoved me into it, yeah.
But you were being a little punk ass.
I will never admit I was being a punk ass. It's all frozen.
Looking down at the frozen stream, Luca could faintly see a school of minnows encased in the ice.
Whatever happened here, it happened fast. The fish didn't even have time to run. Or, you know, swim run. What happened to the
crunching of
pig?
footsteps trailing Luca went hush.
You refuse to move.
He looked back to see Iggy's face twisted with confusion.
Everyone's gone.
What?
There's nothing here but more snow.
There must be an explanation for all of this. We have to keep looking.
You can look all you want. I quit.
Iggy, we have to keep going.
You don't get it, do you? This isn't one of your pathetic Hank Atomic stories. We aren't gonna save the day. We aren't even gonna save ourselves. My face is mangled. Town is destroyed. And everyone we've ever known is gone.
We don't know that. You can't just quit.
Do whatever you want. I'm done.
Iggy, it's gonna be okay.
Luca peered upward at the darkening sky. He let out a long, foggy breath. Faintly, Iggy began to cry. Seeing Iggy in such a pathetic state gave Luca a sense of compassion, and more than a little guilt.
It is getting pretty late, I think. Probably not a great idea to stumble around in the dark anyway.
Luca allowed himself to collapse next to Iggy.
Let's just rest for a bit.
The boys huddled together for warmth and comfort. If not for exhaustion, their minds would be racing, trying to make sense of the events of the day. As it was, all they had energy for was to sit in silence, numb.
The way the snow covered everything over. It's kind of calming.
Yeah.
I haven't had time to say it. But thanks.
Huh?
For getting us away from those creeps. I sorta froze up back there.
Iggy, I should be the one apologizing. Not. This all happened because I lost my temper.
Because you were being a dick.
Because you were being a dickhead consistently for a long time.
Nah, that's ball hockey. First of all, you didn't know what that gunk would do. You didn't, right?
Of course not.
And second, stop with this baloney about losing your temper.
But I did lose my temper.
Iggy motioned sarcastically to his half-deformed face.
Obviously. That's exactly what you should have done.
Huh?
I was being a horse's ass. You were supposed to be a horse's ass in response. And that's how it works.
Iggy, I'm having a hard time following. You wanted me to fight you?
Of course. Jeez, you goody-goody types take forever to understand the very basic point.
Why would you go around saying cruel things just trying to get into fights?
Iggy shrugged.
Something to do.
You're an asshole because you're bored?
Sometimes I just feel empty. You wouldn't understand. You and Rolo was having a blast together. Laughing and calling that dinky little treehouse mission control.
Iggy now wept openly.
Perfect little Luca Van Horn. His perfect little life.
My life is not perfect.
Everybody in town likes you.
Not everybody.
Hell, that new girl hasn't even unpacked yet, and even she already likes you.
You have Tish.
He wiped his nose with a sleeve.
I love Tish. Tish is great. But she ain't exactly the world's greatest conversationalist, you know?
Luca gave a warm chuckle.
I get that impression.
Iggy cleared his throat as he wiped his eyes.
Must be raining out here.
Definitely.
Iggy arched into a wide yawn.
We should probably try to get some sleep.
Yeah.
Let's lay low for now. Tomorrow we'll get to the bottom of all this.
Luca's eyelids began to slowly drift shut.
Luca?
Yeah?
I always did want to see the inside of you dinky little treehouse.
What do you think?
Not bad.
I'll give you the full tour when we get back.
You know what?
Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Sorry everybody, it's cat time. When Joy looks up at me, it means I have to pet her chin. It means she needs the pets and she needs them now. She needs them now. She needs them now. It's urgent. It's important. Okay.
That's all Luca could whisper before succumbing to sleep. Iggy snuggled in some more.
When it comes to the worst days of my entire life, this one wasn't half bad.
The house smelled of warm bread. Luca was playing with toy blocks on the living room rug. He looked up to see his parents on the couch. His mother held his father's head in her lap. She idly stroked his hair while humming a song. A voice behind Luca spoke. "This is how you remember them, huh?"
This is how you do it.
Luca turned to see his own face. The doppelganger from his dreams, still clad in a yellow hazmat suit, still carrying a look of disdain behind empty eyes. Aww, look at this perfectly cozy scene. You know it wasn't really like this. The figure picked up a toy block and inspected it. It's amazing the facades that one can build given the right materials. Not that I blame us. These are a child's memories, all warm and fuzzy. You don't remember, do you? Lucas snatched the block from the figure's yellow-gloved hand. Remember what? The doppelganger pointed to the couch. The last day we saw him alive. The day he chose to abandon us. Luca turned to look at his father, still lounging on the couch. That's not true. He didn't abandon us. The doppelganger waved his hand dismissively. Everything is true here. It's just a matter of what we choose to see. Let me show you. The world flickered and pulsed. Luca was sitting next to his bed, listening to his heartbeat with one of his dad's stethoscopes. The doppelganger limped into the room. Now, we both know that's not how this went. He grabbed Luca's hand and guided the stethoscope to the floor. Luca heard muffled shouting, brought close by the stethoscope. It was his parents, fighting. Do you remember what we did next? Luca gave a slow nod and crept down the hall to peek through the banister. He could see the outline of his mother at the bottom of the stairs. Damn it, Walt. We can't afford to get involved in this. She was scared. His father stepped forward. What am I supposed to do? Just watch? There's a sickness in this town, and we both know who's behind it. I swore an oath to help people. I won't turn my back on them. Luca's mother grabbed Walt. She was crying, pleading. I can't lose you. Walt calmly removed Eleanor's hand from his shoulder. What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong. I could never live with myself if I let Sharper get away with this.
Sharper.
Eleanor raised her voice. Spare me your bullshit platitudes. What about our son?
I wish to be so level-headed when I'm angry that I use the word platitudes.
Yeah.
Instead, I'm just like,
You fucking kidding me?
you kidding me, bruh?
These platitudes. Outrageous.
What?
Luca flinched, dropping the stethoscope down the stairs. Walt turned with a panicked smile. Luca, is that you, buddy? With tears in his eyes, Luca descended the stairs. Mom? Dad? What's going on?
Oh, the whole town's being poisoned. It's alright.
Walt dropped to a knee to meet Luca eye to eye. Nothing, buckaroo. Your mom and I just got a little overexcited is all. Luca placed the stethoscope against his father's chest. His heart was racing. It sounded like you were going somewhere? Walt gently removed the device from Luca's ears. Listen to me, Luca. I have some business to take care of. I'll be back in time to tuck you in. Luca hugged his father tightly. Promise? Walt stood up and walked to the door. He glanced over his shoulder. I promise.
You can't make that promise, dude. We know you did not fulfill that promise.
With a wink and a grin, he put on his hat and strode out into the evening sun. A figure approached soundlessly from the foggy snowfall.
Oh,
Who's
hello.
this?
Who are you?
It stood above them, lingering in contemplation.
Are you a possum?
Slowly raising one hand above Iggy, it snapped out 2 brisk raps on his head. From a deep slumber, Iggy sprang up defensively.
Who the fuck is you? Get your hands off me.
Look at his face.
It's a little like field mouse? Maybe?
Whether it was the calming presence or the recognition
Or a
that he was
I think
not
it's a
in
possum.
danger,
I love possums. My top 5 animals.
Iggy felt his clenched fists lower.
I think it's gotta be a mouse. It has little mousy teeth.
Right. Just what do you think you're doing?
Luca looked up, gradually remembering his whereabouts. The figure exhaled a cloud of warm vapor.
You vaping?
You two certainly have caused a lot of commotion. What's that supposed to mean?
Take it easy, Iggy.
We were sleeping, minding on my own business. You're the one running around knocking on people's heads. I'm sorry if I hurt you, Iggy. You didn't hurt nobody. Anybody. Huh? Oh, I see. You think you're better than me, you...
When it came to complete strangers, Iggy had trouble cobbling together an insult.
You big-hatted, scarfy, necked furball.
Okay, let's lower the temperature a bit here. No pun intended.
Interesting choice of words.
I said no pun intended! I mean, let's all just calm down. Who are you?
A friend. An observer. A hitchhiker on the infinite expanse of possibility.
Great, how about a name?
If you must call me something, you could call me Nat.
Iggy huffed with gratification.
How about you make like a Nat and buzz off? Very well.
Nat began to turn away indifferently.
Wait, do you live here?
You might say that.
Oh, you cryptic motherfucker. So, you know where we are?
To be fair, I think this is how I spoke to people when we got out of quarantine and we saw people for the first time, and I was just like, world?
Well, you weren't being like mysterious.
True, I was
You're
just
like,
being
what have you been up to
broken.
lately? You're like, oh, you know, activities,
Yeah.
tasks. You might say I've been doing things.
One might say I've been home doing...
So, you know where we are?
You might also say that. Look, pal, we just want to find a safe way out of here. You gonna help us or not? Before knowing how to leave, one must know where they are.
Oh my God, I'm so sick of you.
Alright, that does it. Look, I don't know about you, but I'm getting out of here one way or another.
Iggy turned sharply and began to stomp off.
Enough with the riddles. Iggy, wait up.
Realizing he'd worn their patience then, Nat relented.
Very well. I suppose this isn't the time for metaphors. I'll show you how to get back home.
Luca and Iggy turned around with hope in their eyes.
Come here.
Nat took a deep breath in.
Close your eyes.
Nat exhaled slowly, then snapped his fingers.
Oh. No, snap. I confused it with crack. Okay, open them.
For a brief moment, Luca and Iggy let themselves believe that some great magic was about to unfold, until they opened their eyes and found themselves in the exact same place, cold and disheartened.
This is your home. This is Beacon Pines.
Look, Nat, we don't know how we got here. Maybe we stumbled through some time travel gate in Weep Wood, or we teleported to some alternate universe, or this is all just some cruel experiment by Kerr and his goons. But this is not our home.
You're inching closer to the truth. Alas, the reality is much less fanciful. Just give it to us straight. So be it. As I said, this is Beacon Pines. The original, true Beacon Pines. You both grew up here. But the town you've called your home for the past several years is a replica. A remarkable achievement of engineering, to be fair, but a replica nonetheless. That's impossible. It's too much work. You need a whole town to replicate a whole town.
That's true.
Indeed. To pull off such a feat would require immense labor power.
They got Nathan Fielder in here.
I will pull out my iPad to show you all the simulations and possibilities. That which can be moved would be moved. That which could not would require a precise duplicate.
We would have noticed. Someone would have noticed.
You'd think so, unless the auditing was impeccable. Mind-numbing attention to detail. As for the innumerable trivialities which complete the tapestry, well, you can leave that to this miraculous thing we call a brain. It has a real aversion to discontinuity. Revulsion, even. The brain has a wonderful way of smoothing out the rough edges, keeping us sane.
Luca and Iggy looked around uncomfortably.
So you're saying that someone made an entire new town and moved us all and no one noticed? Precisely.
But why?
Why is the one question that can never be answered with certainty. The best one can do is to uncover...
Matt narrowed his eyes, furrowed his brow, and uttered,
the source. Why'd you say the source like that? Why indeed.
Luca began to laugh uncomfortably.
If you were from Long Island, New York, you would know about the Source Mall. It all comes from the Source Mall.
It's all ridiculous. There's no way they could.
He looked down at his feet. His eyes started back and forth in contemplation. With a sudden pain, a thought struck him.
Oh, I'm thinking.
Thought!
Oh, no.
I'm experiencing a thought!
If this really is home.
He sprinted off into the pale distance. As Iggy turned to follow, Nat called out,
Iggy! It's not too late to turn back. Simply head west, through Weep Wood. I prefer to live alone. This is fine.
Chapter 6.
I'm a little freak.
I'm a little nasty freak.
I'm doing freaky shit over here.
I'm running from the law.
You don't want to know about what I get up to over here.
I'm running for the law, and you know what? The law was right in this case. I deserve to be in jail.
The source.
Should we do an ad break?
Yeah, let's do an ad break.
Okay. We're gonna do 3 minutes of ads.
There's an ad break coming for you now.
3 minutes. See you in 3.
It's happening.
Okay. Well, this is wild.
Yeah, what's even going on? I'm going to turn this down so we don't have to listen to the whooshing of wind the whole time.
The whooshing of
The whooshing of wind. So there's another Beacon Pines, a second Beacon Pines.
Beacon Pines OG.
That's crazy, bro. Bro, are you serious right now?
Bro.
I got a good cat in my lap,
There she is.
making me overheated as usual.
That's Joy. Tell us about your border collie. I had a border collie. He was 14 when he died. He was a mix. He was a rescue. My dad's friend, his neighbors moved out, and when the new neighbors moved in, they found that the original neighbors had locked up their pregnant dog in a shed and then moved. And one of the puppies became my doggy. And Rudy was like my best buddy.
They called him Rudy Attitudey.
He was one of those dogs where I had him and I was like, oh, this is why I like dogs, is so that eventually we could get you. And then you could be my best buddy. He had hip dysplasia halfway through his life, but he would still like come over. He would come over to my bedroom, open my door because he was super smart, open it, and then he would peek his little head in and be like, "You okay, buddy?" And then he would come in if I was working, and then he would sit behind my chair and wait until I would put my pen down, and I would turn and look at him, and then he would put his little face into my knee.
Such a cute friend.
He was my best buddy. I was absolutely devastated when he died. I was like 25 or something. We had him when he was like a couple weeks old. He was great.
Joy's my best buddy.
Yeah.
Even though I hate her.
Yeah.
Earlier, she got in my lap and then just sneezed on my arm repeatedly, just over and over again, just snotting my arm like 4 times in a row before I kicked her out. Then I had to wipe her snot off my Cintiq because she snotted on the Cintiq too.
Yeah. It was pretty good.
It's nasty. Nasty little beast.
Do you ever put your cat in clothes? We put a collar on Olive when we first got her so that it had like a little bell so that we knew where like she was in the apartment. She was so scared that she hid under my desk for like the entire time we left it on her, which wasn't very long because we felt very bad.
Yeah, Olive does not like clothes. Joy would probably tolerate.
Yeah.
Because Joy had a collar on for a long time.
That had a bell, yeah.
That had a bell, and she didn't seem to mind it at all.
Yeah.
I only took it off of her because I wanted to give her neck scratches. And now she loves neck scratches.
That is true. Well, you felt bad when she had the collar on because you were like, it seems like really like hot and
well, it's because the fur
matted
underneath was all matted down, and I felt like it must be itchy.
Yeah, so you felt bad about it.
And I noticed when I would scratch under the collar, she would be like, "Ooh."
Joy just tried to knock your bottle off of the desk. Someone asked if Rebecca Roney asked if we saw the cute animation. Are you talking about the Joy and Olive playing animation? Yes.
I
It's
retweeted
so good.
it from Droppy.
From Drawfee?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I did.
sweet. Oh, because it was a Drawfee stream. That's right.
I'm gonna go blow my nose real quick.
Okay, you can go blow your nose.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Permission.
Yeah, Rudy was like absolutely my best friend. Hi, I'm sorry. I like you a lot too. You're my current buddy. Rudy was just one of those pets that was like special. Like very, very, very special. I do love our little kitties though. You have a little something on your paw. Sorry. I do love having cats though. Rudy, as much as I love him, hated old people, hated children, hated anyone running, would herd them back to where they started. He would snap at the ankles. He would never bite you, but he would always snap, and it was always very scary. He was super smart. He would try to solve things, like we would put like his toy on like we would wrap it in something, and then he would look at it and like try a solution, and then if it didn't work, he would sit back and he would look at it again. And you would see him stare at it, and then he would try a different solution. It was great. He didn't like other animals either. We didn't do a good job socializing him, I will say. But that was before we, like, I don't know, knew a lot or had any money. So taking care of him was very hard for a while. And then my parents, this was a very bad summer. This is a sad story, so I'm sorry. But my parents went away on, I think they went to go help my grandma with something in France. And then my brother was on vacation in Africa, I think. He went to go see some friends. And I came home from work, and my dog was not well. And I was home alone for, like, the whole summer. And I had to put him down. I had to, like, locate my whole family. I was trying to, like, locate my parents and, like, get into contact with my brother. It was a rough one. It was a really rough time. Oh, it's all right. But I had a friend who was a vet, and she, like, helped me out a lot, so. And I'm still very grateful to her, even though we don't really talk anymore, but that's fine. It was a rough time, but it was while I was working at College Humor in Bridgman, let me take off for a week. But then the day I came back was bring your dog to work day. Oh, that was very funny. I was laughing about it when I got to work and I saw all these, like, happy little fluffy puppies running around, and I was like, oh, great, thank you. Oh, it was very funny. It was poorly planned. I ordered this is a different story. I ordered a dress. It came today. It is, and I'm not joking, the exact material that, like, a Party City cape is made out of, right?
Yeah, it reminded me of, like, a cheap tablecloth you would get.
Yes.
Like a one-time use tablecloth.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad. That's all right. It didn't look that great either.
I think it would have looked good if it had been different material.
Yeah, probably like a clothy material and not, like, plastic.
Yeah.
Should we get back to the game?
Let's do it!
Whip.
Whoosh and whoosh, dear reader.
Nat expressed his sympathy with a shrug and sauntered off as unassumingly as he'd arrived. He'd given Luca and Iggy what they needed, and nothing more. As Luca sprinted across the snow, the events of the past few days became clearer, pieces to a larger puzzle. Rollo said he was underground somewhere, captured. Mr. Kerr tried to cover it up with lies. The clipboards were hell-bent on capturing Iggy.
Oh, there's Olive. Sorry, there was a weird noise near us.
It all seemed to point to perennial harvest. But right now, there was one thing that Luca needed to know. Luca stopped dead in his tracks.
It's all right, Joy. I didn't need to use the mouse.
Joey keeps kicking the mouse with her little paws.
The tree was gone, uprooted and moved, leaving a raw gash in the earth. He dropped to his knees and dug wildly at the cold snow. His numb hands hit something hard, a headstone. A dry whisper escaped Luca's lips.
You're here. All this time I thought I was visiting you. But you've been here alone in the snow. Dad, I'm so sorry. They ruined your favorite spot in the world. Our favorite spot in the world. Dad, what do I do?
Good
There
golly.
was no reply, just snow-covered silence.
Why'd you give me the slip like that? He really does talk like he's a old Brooklynite.
Why'd you give me the slip like that, you jerk?
What if I couldn't find you, you jerk?
Iggy finally noticed the tears welling in Luca's eyes and the snow-covered grave.
Oh.
Iggy, they stole his tree, Iggy.
Yikes.
Suddenly, they heard the crunch of approaching footsteps in the snow.
We gotta hide.
$259K. Fall off distance still good. Dude, do you hear me? I said 259.
Sorry. You ever think about what we did here?
We saved a whole town of people.
Doesn't feel like it sometimes. Dude, what about everything we left behind? That's the grave of someone with a family. The people who loved them will never know the truth. I'm really glad that I'm thinking about this right here, right now, despite all the other times we've been here.
Yeah. The truth is overrated.
He bent down to scoop up a snowball and lobbed it playfully.
Hey!
Don't be such a downer, dude. We took this job to change the world.
Yeah.
Come on. It's almost lunchtime.
Weirdo. How's it going, dude?
How's it going, dude?
Here, I thought I was a jerk. These dinguses are out here literally dancing on graves.
Luca stuttered through heaving sobs.
I thought I was visiting him. I thought he was with me.
Not gonna lie, that's a bad break. Here's some advice.
Iggy gave Luca a solid smack on the back of his head.
Hey!
Who's any of this helping?
What?
Sitting here in the snow, crying like some pushover. Who you helping?
Iggy, look what they did. They lied to everyone.
Blah, blah, blah. Luca Van Horn, you're a lot of things, but you ain't no pushover. What did I tell you before? When some jerk comes at you, acting like a horse's ass.
I should stand up for myself.
Hell yeah. Karen and his merry little band of clipboards pulled off the switcheroo for a reason, right?
Nat mentioned something about a source.
Luca wiped his eyes with a sleeve.
Whatever's at the source must be awfully valuable to Perennial Harvest.
Sure, it would be a shame if something unfortunate would happen to the precious source, wouldn't it?
What do you have in mind?
If it's small enough to steal, we snatch it. If it's too big to snatch, we smash it.
And what if it's too big to smash?
Iggy flashed a mischievous smile and cracked his knuckles.
I'm always up for a challenge.
I'm gonna make this right, Dad, I promise. Let's do this.
Okay, so in order to go to the source, you have to go to Old Country Road. Just keep driving east.
It's not the mall on Long Island, Julia.
It can get awful cold out there in those woods, Luca. Probably best you two stay put and conserve your energy. Help's on the way.
Where's Rolo? Where's my mom? Did you kill her?
Oh, heavens no! Do I seem like a killer to you?
Iggy and Luca shared a skeptical look.
Well, do I? Oh, shucks. Now you hurt my feelings.
Screw that guy. Where's the source? Where's the source?
Wait a minute. If this is the original town, then that means...
Iggy darted behind a large pine and began digging furiously. He emerged holding a shoebox with a crude skull painted on its lid.
What's that?
Long story. So a few years back, I came into possession of some premium grade fireworks. Not the wimpy firecracker stuff they give kids. The good stuff.
So why did you bury it under a tree?
That's the long part of the story. You and Rolo were doing chores at Rolo's chicken coop. And you guys pissed me off for some reason or another.
Luca rolled his eyes with realization.
No, you didn't.
Iggy stifled a chuckle.
Yep. Yeah, I just wanted to give you guys a little scare. But like I said, these were some primo fireworks. So I might have underestimated things.
You blew up the chicken coop?
I prefer to think of it as an incendiary redecoration. Sorry, but you should have seen the look on your faces.
Rolo got grounded for months.
Which is why I needed to stash the evidence and lay low. So I buried them under that tree. When I came back for them later, they were gone. I figured some grown-ups found them and tossed them.
Iggy triumphantly raised the shoebox.
Turns out, it wasn't the fireworks that got moved. It was us.
Unbelievable. Iggy, you've been ruining our lives for so long.
Do you think this is a game? Newsflash, boyo. You're not a hero. You're a little brat who is in way over his head.
A hero is just someone who refuses to give up.
Comics these days are rotting children's brains. Everyone thinks they're a spaceman superhero.
Everyone is a spaceman superhero. You hear
put that
that,
on my
chat?
resume.
Each and every one of you is a spaceman superhero, and don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I was always partial to Hank Atomic myself.
Is that so? Do you really think you have a chance against us? You have no idea how powerful we are.
Prepare for blast off, loser.
That was pretty good, actually. What's down here? Never mind. What's over here?
Oh,
What in the world?
there's a pit.
Crooked. Just like this whole stinking place.
Crooked!
Oh my god, it's a thing!
Wow!
I wasn't expecting to get us a thing. There was just something to investigate.
This game does reward you specifically.
Me specifically, yeah.
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 So I feel like you found some things I might have missed.
Luca and Iggy inched up to
Luca
the edge
and
of the hole with
Iggy
bewilderment
sitting in
their
the trees.
eyes.
Bam, 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 bam. First comes the blam, then you do the blam. Next is a blam, and then a blam, bam, bam.
Arctic air breathed out of the cavern in heaving gusts.
Echo.
Whoa. I can see why they wanted to move us all out of town now. Big fucking pit. Not safe.
But why would they dig a giant hole?
I think this is it.
This is the source? It's a dang hole? Let me smash a hole.
Oh, it's much more than that, my annoying little friend.
Kerr. Where's Rolo?
I wasn't lying before. He's safe. Well, safer than you two, at least. Drats, it's cold. You just had to drag me all the way out here, didn't you?
Mr. Kerr gazed down the abyss in contemplation.
It really is something, isn't it?
What did you do to our town? What is all of this?
Well, that's a doozy of a question. This is the source, where they collect the unrefined...
Kerr scratched the back of his head.
Honestly, boys, I don't understand any of this well enough to explain it. The fact of the matter is, I'm not paid to know.
What do you mean you don't know? Are you in charge?
Oh, heavens no. My role is merely to flash a winning smile and manage various... complications.
Complications like us?
You are a smart boy.
His face contorted into a saccharine grin.
It really is nothing personal. Some people are destined to strive for greatness, and others are simply obstacles along the way.
Seems like you were destined to be a creepy lackey.
The point is that we all play our part in life. Mine just happened to be a lead in the role of a lifetime. And you happen to be extras, ready for your curtain call.
We aren't giving up without a fight.
Something about how I breathe this curve really makes me yawn.
Yeah, the smile's not gonna be winning after we're done with you.
Now, boys, there's no need for melodrama. Oh, Joy is clicking buttons.
Don't click the mouse, please.
It makes even a professional such as myself embarrassed for you. Let's change the mood a bit.
Kerr snapped his fingers.
Scene change. There, that's better. Deal with them.
Iggy turned to Luca with a sly glance.
Why are you smirking?
Because I have a box full of fireworks and you don't.
Iggy waved the box into the
And you
air,
don't.
threatening to drop
Oh,
it
and
down.
you don't. I see. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be like, and you don't
not
know.
just dangling the sentence.
And you don't know I've already lit them.
Stop! Let's not do something regrettable.
Joke's on you. Regret is one of my specialities. And curiosity. What would happen if I threw these in your precious hole?
Not my hole.
Oh, my precious hole! Nothing. Nothing at all.
You're a terrible liar.
I'll have you know. I'm an exceptional liar.
But that's far enough.
Iggy plucked a single bottle rocket from the box and held it up with reverence.
Stop, you fool!
Call off, you goons.
After a long pause, Mr. Kerr flung up his hand with frustration.
Very well. You can all head back for the night. It's been a long day. I'll handle these two from here. I like that those guys turned around and those guys just backed up.
Joey, get away from the mouse. What is your problem?
She's also on the soundboard.
Why do you keep getting closer to the mouse?
It's just us now, Iggy. You can put that down. What, like
With
this?
a nonchalant flick, Iggy tossed the firework into the hole.
Whoa!
Ooh.
Whoa!
With a growl, Kerr leapt at Iggy, crashing through Luca.
You son of a bitch, I'll kill ya!
no!
Iggy tried to twist away, but in the struggle they both tumbled over the side. Luca dove forward, bracing Iggy's hand just before it slipped. His grip was made precarious by the cold, wet snow.
Oh my god, it's that.
Joy!
It's that scene in Percy Jackson where they fall into the freaking whatever it's called.
Totally.
They fall in the big hole after the fight.
Switch to webcam real quick. I have to show everyone.
Tartarus, thank you. It's that scene.
Oh, now you want to lift your head.
Yeah, she was laying like. There you go.
Touching the mouse.
There's no room. Here's.
I've moved the mouse as far as it can go. And she's touching it with her face.
She is touching it with her face, and then there's about 3 fingers width right there.
And she's been slowly sliding in that direction this whole time.
Yep. It's not like she doesn't have space. There's room to the right.
She has like 6 inches of room the other way.
Alright. We say that as like this character we love is falling into a pit.
Well, if Joy clicks wrong, who knows what'll happen?
That's true.
He could see Kerr further down, clinging to Iggy's coat.
You reckless child, what have you done? Luca, listen to me. Hold on tight and use the walkie-talkie to call them back.
I'm waiting for Olive. Okay, she's gone. How, what channel do I use?
It doesn't make a damn difference. They're always listening.
If we do that, the clipboards will just haul us up and snag us both. The only way for you to get out of this is if Kerr's out of the picture. Just let go and save yourself.
If he lets go, we both die.
I don't want to die, but seeing the look on your face almost makes it worth it.
Mr. Kerr, you've had a long life. Why don't you actually do something selfless and just let go?
Mr. Kerr gasped with insult.
Long life? I'll have you know, I can still play 25. You should have heard me sing the part of Phileas Young.
With a wild look in his eye, Mr. Kerr began to hum a proud melody.
Dum dum dum, prippity dum dum.
Wow, can you believe this guy?
What?
Luca's hand began to cramp. His voice began to crack.
Kerr, just let go.
No can do. If you want to save your friend, you'll have to save me too.
Luca, look at me. It's okay.
Luca felt Iggy loosen his grasp.
You're going to have to kill you aren't going to kill your friend like that, are you?
Every muscle in Luca's body burned.
I'm not his friend.
Yes, you are.
Nah, I'm just good for nothing.
Julia, can you read the words on the screen? Why
Nah,
are you making
I'm
up
just
dialogue?
Leave me alone.
Joy! She pushed the mouse off the mouse pad with her face.
It's now hitting into the keyboard. Nah, I'm a good for nothing bully. That's good enough. Fucking whatever, you get the point. It's the same fucking sentence, leave me alone. No, I'm just a no good bully. Fine, is that better? It's the same sentence I just fucking said. Like you, Kerr.
Iggy, no.
Luca felt his hand slipping.
And I told you what you need to do with bullies.
I can't.
If your only way out of this mess. 2 birds with 1 stone. It makes sense for us to fall together. Wackadoos travel in packs.
A calm settled over Iggy's face.
Someone just came in, subscribed, and wrote, "Hope everyone's having a great Sunday."
Incredible timing, Ghostface Billa.
Luca, let me do this.
Iggy's voice was colder than the bitter air billowing from the chasm.
Let me do the right thing for once.
Luca had no choice but to... We got refuse and we got accept.
We have to try refuse, right?
I mean, I feel like we have to refuse first. We gotta save Iggy.
Luca had no choice but to refuse Iggy's request. He tightened his grip and reached for the walkie-talkie in his pocket. A wild delight crept onto Mr. Kerr's face. That's a good lad. Now, radio for help. Iggy begged Luca with his eyes one last time, but Luca pressed the button and called out. We need help. Mr. Kerr is in danger. It wasn't long before they were once again surrounded by clipboards. Mr. Kerr sighed with relieved frustration. There you are. You really are a worthless lot, aren't you? Mirror, now. A clipboard dutifully produced an ornate ivory hand mirror, and Mr. Kerr began preening his tousled hair. Ah, that's better. Mr. Van Horn, I applaud your sharp thinking under duress. I'll put in a good word for you with the founder. Take them away. A swarm of hands overpowered Luca. The last thing he saw before a cloth bag was pulled over his head was the defeated look on Iggy's face. The end.
Alright, so now we're gonna try accept.
I think this was
Well-
one of those times where doing the right thing was the wrong thing.
Don't tell me what to do.
Don't judge me!
I think this is one of those times where you should kill your friend.
Kill your friend.
Luca had no choice but to accept Iggy's request. With a quiet blink, Luca watched a teardrop sail down into the howling void. As his fingers slowly gave up, he met eyes with Iggy.
Good.
You son of a bitch.
The two silhouettes were swallowed by darkness.
Whoa!
That's pretty good.
If you're gonna go out, that's a sick way to do it.
That's falling into an infinite pit, and
And shooting off a bunch of fireworks?
that's pretty good.
Hell of a goodbye, Iggy.
Is your friend dead? Or did you murder him? What? Luca, you should really step back.
What?
Quickly.
Whoa!
Oh, like the town. Curious. Ah, but of course. Those fireworks biggies must have been just the right amount of energy. We should get out of here before perennial harvest arrives.
Not until you tell me what just happened.
Your friend's sacrifice just saved this town. For a little while, anyway.
How?
Tempus liquamine is a peculiar substance. It can change the relationship between matter and time itself. But doing so requires unfathomable energy. In a closed system, that energy can only come from its surroundings. A useful side product of this property being, by adding precisely the correct amount of energy to it, one can create a cryogenic cascade.
So the gunk makes things cold and the fireworks made the whole freeze over.
That's one way of putting it, yes. As dumb luck would have it, the fireworks weren't strong enough to generate a runaway reaction. I shudder to think what would have happened in that case.
We have some idea what that would look like.
Yes.
Yeah, we all get iced.
It will take them a good while to safely break through and access the source again.
If you know all this stuff, why haven't you been helping?
I have been, in my way,
Which is doing nothing.
which is by being cryptic.
Just by being a little nasty freak.
I'm just out here being a little nasty freak. Each one of us has our role to play. Iggy's role, it turns out, is to buy us precious time. Mine's been to observe and wait.
Wait for what?
You.
Me? Why? What's my role?
A fierce twinkle flashed in Nat's eyes.
Luca Van Horn. You are going to save the world. Anyway, I'm going home.
Bye.
Nat turned and walked west. Dumbfounded, Luca followed behind him, trudging through the snow. Every step taking him further away from everyone and everything he knew, and closer to destiny.
Okay.
To be continued in Beacon Pines, Pines Harder.
What?
Revenge served cold. Second time's a charm? Wait, that's it? This ends with a crummy cliffhanger just when it was getting good? I was even starting to like Iggy. No way. I refuse to be associated with some never-ending parade of sequels. Let's go back and find something more definitive.
That's a very
So
good illustration.
It said that the 2 was highlighted and the word charm was highlighted.
Yeah.
Do we think in chapter 2 or something we have to find a charm option? I mean, there's other stuff we can do right now. We can do these other ones over here in the interrogation. But I feel like there must be a charm somewhere.
I mean, let's try it. We can always go back to the book.
In the past, he found the best way to deal with an enraged Roxy was to be a little chill.
Have to check the bait. That's a good thing, a good idea.
Oh, yeah.
We should check the bait.
We know all this dialogue.
Yeah.
We've seen this.
This is old, boring dialogue.
Old news. Okay.
How
let's
do
go
we
check the
be
bait.
charming?
I thought we got charm. I guess not.
Oh, no charm.
Oh, Iggy.
If only you knew what was coming your way. Let's go fishing with Daddy.
Luca tied a bent nail onto the line.
Damn.
What are you gonna fish up with
All you
that?
have is a hammer.
If all you have is a hammer, tie a bent nail to your fishing line.
Oops.
You snapped your line.
I pushed too far. I got too into the beat.
Luca tied if all
A photo? Look at this photograph.
It's a photo of you and Uncle Joseph. Let me see that. Huh. Look at those two young fools. How'd it end up being at the bottom of the pond? Who can say? Some things are just hard to explain. I miss Uncle Joseph. How come he doesn't come fishing with us anymore?
He got us.
He's busy with his new job at Valentine's. What's a new job got to do with him fishing with us? It's complicated. Like I said, some things are hard to explain. Alright, well that didn't get us any charm. I kind of feel like maybe we should do the ones we know we can do. The paths we know we can do.
Okay.
And if we get like hard stuck, then we can go find like new stuff. Like let's uncover everything that's uncoverable. We gotta do the good cop, chill cop.
they'd run the classic good cop, chill cop interrogation.
Hey man. I'll handle this. Just gotta play it cool.
Luca walked calmly to the light switch, flicking it off and on a few times. Mr. Tolliver shook his head, gathering his wits.
Golly, I sure got my bell rung.
He looked over to find Luca, who returned a calming grin.
Sorry, Mr. Tolliver. This was all a big mistake. Luca, what's going on here? Why you have me strapped down? No one's fault, really. Rollo just got a little startled. Rollo's here?
Rollo and Beck emerged from hiding to give a timid wave.
Well, all right. Mistakes happen. You kids gave old Hiram a good scare. Let's just get me out of these ropes and call it even.
Luca glanced over to Rollo and Beck, who replied with skeptical looks.
Mr. Tolliver, why are you in my grand's basement? I'm here to help, of course. Help with what? What's my gran up to? If you'll just cut me loose, I can show you. How do I know we can trust you?
Mr. Tolliver exhaled with disappointment.
Luca, have I ever done wrong by you? No. And since your gran moved to town, haven't I been nothing but welcoming? Yeah. So why would I turn my back on your family now? It's just... all this stuff seems pretty weird. A board with names of people from town. An archive of my dad's old disturbing patient notes.
Luca gestured to the corner.
Barrels of explosives? I can explain everything. You just need to untie me. You kids deserve an explanation.
Luca looked again to Rollo and Beck. This time they shrugged. Luca began to slowly loosen the bindings. Mr. Tolliver gently rubbed his wrists.
Mr. Tolliver pulled out a knife.
Karate chopped them all into unconsciousness.
That's a good lad. This'll all make sense in time.
He edged imperceptibly toward the stairs as he spoke.
You see, this town has secrets, Luca. A very dark past indeed.
Before the kids had even noticed his movement, Mr. Tolliver was at the light switch.
A past that must be brought to...
He punctuated his final words by flicking the switch and rushing up the stairs.
Light!
Son of a...
Beck darted to the wall and turned back on the lights. It was too late. Rollo confirmed what they all heard.
You just locked it down here.
Mr. Tolliver's muffled voice came from behind the door.
I wasn't lying, you know. This is for your own good. You kids just keep tight down there and let the adults handle this.
They looked bewildered at each other.
Play it cool, huh?
Not now, Beck.
They heard the staccato thump of quick steps exiting the house. The kids looked down in resignation. This isn't how it goes in Hank Atomic. For some reason, they'd always assumed it was up to them to save their town. Luca opened his mouth, hoping to conjure some magical words to make this right. Only a hollow croak escaped. The end. Well, we certainly aren't going to find a grand resolution to our tale locked in the back to the drawing board.
All right, good cop, sly cop.
They'd run the classic good cop, sly cop interrogation.
Sly.
Luca and Rollo ducked behind a barrel, leaving Beck to her task.
Oh, Beck Sly.
Beck's the sly one.
With a few crisp snaps, she roused Mr. Tolliver.
What? What's going on here? You're that Modwill girl.
Please, call me Beck. Sorry about all this.
Mr. Tolliver looked down and shifted a bit, testing his restraints.
It seems there's been a mix-up. You see, I'm down here for the same reason you are.
Juniper sent you here?
Beck caught herself before letting the surprise manifest on her face. She'd already gotten him to reveal his relation to Gran. This was going to be easy.
You know how Juniper is with her precautions. Operation Sparkplug has us all on edge. I guess you thought you needed some backup.
But she sent a child?
What better way to avoid prying eyes? Who would suspect a kid?
I suppose that makes sense.
Mr. Tolliver wriggled a bit in his
I'm also
restraints.
very stupid.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Beck quickly removed the ropes.
That had to be uncomfortable.
A little, yeah.
But you understand. You never know who to trust in this town.
Mr. Tolliver rubbed the growing knot on his forehead.
Very true.
So, it turns out we're both here to...
Beck twirled her hand, as if to prompt Mr. Tolliver to finish her thought.
Destroy the evidence.
Beck shook her head and clicked her tongue.
Yep, that old gal is nothing if not thorough.
Mr. Tolliver let out an amused huff in agreement.
She sure is. Can't blame her, though. If anyone were to find out that we were going to destroy the source, well, we both know how bad that might be.
No one will know anything once I finish cleaning things up down here. Cleaning things up down here.
Beck was on
Up,
a roll
down.
now.
Hit you with the up, down.
Hit you with the up, down.
You're sure you can finish this up on your own?
Juniper trusted me for a reason. You can leave the rest to me.
Good. There is one more loose end I'll go work on.
Loose end?
Oh, it's nothing really.
Just have to kill your moms.
The other day, I had the radio on scan while restocking the candy shelf. And wouldn't you know it, I intercepted an odd phrase in a perennial harvest transmission. Underground secrets.
That's ominous.
I think it might be a password, but Juniper dismissed it. Said it wasn't mission critical.
What's the password for?
We don't know.
So we have a password and nowhere to put it?
It's gotta mean something, right?
Good thinking. You should probably go work that out. I've got this under control.
That's a relief. Between you and me, this basement gives me the willies.
Heading for the stairs, Mr. Tolliver hesitated and turned to Beck with a puzzled look. She grinned and gave him a peppy wave. With a shrug, he continued up the stairs, whistling a jaunty tune.
You guys catch that? Sure did. This whole time, Mr. Tolliver's had a candy shelf. But all he ever sells us is apples.
Beck blinked slowly in disappointment.
The password, Rolo. Well, sure, but once things are back to normal, I'll be having a word with Mr. Tolliver about that candy shelf. Fine. In the meantime, I've got an idea.
She turned to the table and began tearing small scraps of paper.
He said he heard a password on the radio. Any good spy transmission is never what it seems.
Beck marked each scrap of paper and leaned back.
We just need to find the hidden meeting.
Okay. What's another word for underground? Buried, covered. Could it be a cover-up?
Maybe it's one of those, each letter is a number thingies. So U would be 21, N would be 14, D would be... Oh, it's an anagram. Nuncreed's Drugstore.
Luca and Beck looked at Rolo with amazement.
Damn, Rolo.
Damn, Rolo! I thought you was dumb. Rolo, that was incredible. Well, it's either that or Kren's new drugstore. Yeah, I think you were right the first time. How did you do that? What can I say? I love ciphers. Well, I guess we know where to go to next.
Nuncreed's Drugstore.
My God.
Or Kren's new drugstore. We gotta check both to be safe. Is this where we're calling it for the night?
I believe so. Right?
Yeah, it's that time. This game's good.
Yeah.
Every time we play, I'm like, I don't know, it's the twists, it's got turns, it's got it all.
I know. Joy?
Do you know what it reminds me of more than anything?
What?
Weirdly enough?
What?
13 Sentinels.
Yeah, you're right.
It reminds me a lot of 13 Sentinels, even though they're very different thematically.
Well, I think it's like the jumping around.
The jumping around and like the
piecing
slow
together.
uncovering of the plot
Yeah.
reminds me a lot of that.
Yeah, for sure. The like creeping story.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. Man, I love 13 Sentinels. That's one of those games where I wish I could erase the memory of playing it so that I could play it again.
We might have to do that on stream sometime.
Oh my God,
I would love to
that.
go through it again.
Absolutely, I'd be down for that. That's it for us tonight. Drawfee tomorrow. New episode Tuesday, as usual. We'll stream on Wednesday.
Yep, more Haunted PS1 on Wednesday.
Oh, that's right. I forgot we were doing that.
We're gonna continue with that. Play more of the Scaly games.
Yep. And then I think Patreon bonus stream is on Friday. Is that correct?
That seems right to me.
I think that's correct.
So it's all happening.
It's all happening. But yeah, that's it. I have to move the mouse over here to
We'll
end
see
the
you all
stream.
next time.
Goodbye.